Pledge allegiance with us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, need a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I make the motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, next up. Sina Dia. I turn the meeting over to.
No, you got it. Well, you've adjourned the meeting? Or do you want a
Okay, I
motion
need
to
to
it?
adjourn this meeting.
Do you want a motion to do that, or?
Yes, I do.
All right.
I'll make that motion.
Okay,
I'll second.
all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carried. Okay, now Sina Dia, right? I turn the meeting over to Melvin.
All right.
Make that motion.
Well, no,
No?
it's not on here, but.
It says motion by, to Sina Dia.
Well, if you did that,
We did.
yeah, that's what you did. Jorgensen seconded.
You said adjourn.
And he,
Yeah, we adjourn.
and he's adjourned that, meeting from last year. Now we are starting a new year. So I'll take over since we don't have a chairman. What we need to do is have an election, for board chair and for chairman pro tem. So I would like to just ask, well, let's see, for the election of new board chairperson and pro tem. We're doing them both together, it looks like. You want to do them both together, folks?
No.
Or do them
Do them
separately?
separate.
All right. Let's have nominations for board chair.
I nominate Susan Miller for chair.
Motion by Bell, second by, motion by Shay, second by Bell, to nominate, well, let's see, Susan Miller.
That Iowa game must have really got to you.
Huh?
That Iowa game must have really got to you.
Was nominated by Bell. Okay, or Shay. Are there any other nominations for chairman? Hearing none. I'll declare the nomination ceased. I'll do a roll call on the vote. Shay is voting for.
Miller. Aye.
Belt's voting for
Aye.
Miller.
Miller.
Wickman is voting for.
I'm voting for Miller.
And Miller is voting for.
Miller.
Want to make sure, don't you? Jorgensen.
Miller.
Okay. Now, we need nominations for the chairperson pro tem.
I nominate Scott Bell.
I'll second that.
Are there any other nominations for chairman pro tem, chairperson pro tem? Excuse me, Susan, if I don't, it's
It'll
gonna
be
take me a
fine.
while to get.
It'll be fine.
Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, who do you vote for, Shay?
Bell.
Belt.
Belt.
Wickman votes for.
Bill.
Miller
Belt.
and Jorgensen.
Bell.
Okay, I will now turn the meeting over to Chairperson Miller. You guys can switch
Switch seats.
seats. Let me get the name.
Here's the gavel.
Oh,
Let me get the name
important
tags.
to have.
Find me your way.
That's important. Having the gavel.
Sorry, Chairperson. chairperson now. About
Cool.
And my feet touch the floor. Yay.
Isn't it over here?
Sometimes.
People get in the chairs and they switch them around. Hold it there. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it.
Yeah, there's gotta be a book.
You need that. And I need
Oh,
those.
yours. Yours.
Okay.
Mine in there.
Perfect.
Give me a second. I'm coming.
No hurry. It's your meeting.
You'll have plenty of help, Susan.
All right. This is exciting.
Good.
Okay, first on the agenda, we have a discussion and/or decision to approve and authorize board to sign resolution number 06-2024 entitled Resolution Authorizing the County Engineer to Close Secondary Roads for Construction and/or Maintenance. This is John Rasmussen, and Tina, I'm assuming you're here to present it. Yes, sir.
Correct. So this is just the annual resolutions that we get approved in order for John to close roads for construction or maintenance on each one.
All right. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion by Shay, second by Belt.
Oh, I got Jorgensen.
No, you got Jorgensen, okay. To approve and authorize board to sign resolution number 06-2024. All right, roll call vote.
Chairperson Miller.
Aye.
Supervisors Jorgensen,
Aye.
Wickman.
Aye.
Belt. And Shay.
Aye.
All right, thank you, Tina. And next up, we have Tina again. This is to resolution number 07-2024, authorizing county engineer to certify completion papers and make final acceptance of contract work on the farm to market and federal aid systems.
So
So
moved.
this one is to allow him to manage the contracts and then to sign all the final paperwork.
All right, and we have a motion by Belt,
I'll second.
second by Shay to approve resolution 07-2024. Roll call, please.
Chairperson Miller.
Aye.
Supervisors Wickman. Belt. Shay.
Aye.
And Jorgensen.
Aye.
Okay, next up, we have Tina again for resolution number 08-2024, authorizing county engineer to issue and sign special permits for the movement of vehicles of excessive size and weight upon Potawatomi County secondary roads.
This resolution is for the one-stop permits, just gives him the authority to issue those.
So moved.
Motion by Wickman,
Second.
second by Jorgensen. Is there any discussion?
The state sets the rate on that, don't they?
That's correct.
Okay.
Roll call, please.
Chairperson Miller.
Aye.
Supervisors Belt.
Aye.
Shay.
Aye.
Jorgensen.
Aye.
Wickman.
You like to just mix that up a little, don't you?
Like going, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Keep you guys awake.
Okay, next up, we have Tina on John's behalf again to authorize the chairperson to sign the Secondary Roads Department Road Improvement Policy. Now, I know we've been working on this document. Kristen or Tina, is there anything you want to?
I'm gonna defer this one to Kristen.
We haven't made any additional changes since the last draft was sent out. I think we now have all of the suggestions that you all had asked for, and if there are any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Okay.
When it over, it looks good.
Well, last week when I said that I wanted to take it out for a test drive, I just threw out a street that I knew of in the Carson area where I knew the property owners, I knew the lay of the land, and just putting it into that spreadsheet and working through it, John and I discovered all kinds of strange scenarios that could come up. And there's not gonna be a best one-time solution. The board's gonna have to be flexible, and we're gonna have to look at it on a case-by-case basis. And I think the way the document is written, it leads to that.
That's per state code, right?
For state code, yes.
The study session will happen kind of before the petition or goes out to any of the landowners, so the board can kind of make their decision how they want to do the allocations before anybody signs off.
This policy we're approving today requires 75% of the listed parcels to sign the petition.
Correct.
Okay. That's what we're gonna require. We won't take a specific road and then say, oh, we only need 50 on this one.
Right.
Okay, so what were you getting to, Susan?
Well, the parcel that we were looking at, a developer actually owns it, and right now he's farming it, but there's no improvements on it. So he would own the majority of the lots, but he's only paying pennies for his portion because it's not currently developed or improved. So it was just that one strange scenario. And here again, this is not a request, this is not any pending thing, this is just a parcel, this is just a street that I use just for example purposes only.
Susan, was that the 400th Street?
Yes.
We have that spreadsheet here. If you want it. I have copies of that John broke it down,
Really?
if you want it.
I'd like to see one.
Okay. And here again, this is all just hypothetical, there's no discussion out there at all about it. It's
Will
just a
be
test
now that they
drive.
see this.
You have one,
Oh.
Susan?
Not a current one.
Based on the final policy that's written that we have in front of us, I'll make a motion to authorize the board chairman to sign the secondary roads department road improvement policy.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion by Whitman, second by Shay, to approve the board to sign the secondary roads department road improvement policy.
This is not a roll call.
What was that,
I
Melvin?
say this is not a roll call.
Right, so all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried, thank
Is this
you.
something you'd want to put on every January, if you think about reviewing it, or
I think
only?
once we approve it, we're there until,
I know.
if we change it again sometime.
Yeah.
Is that right,
But
Chris?
that's what I was just questioning, if you want to put it on there regularly, just in case, or just
So
on a
people
case
can
by
reference
case basis.
back.
Yeah, well, no, just in case you want to change it, but you can do that on a case-by-case basis or as issues arise. Thought I would just ask.
It's up to the chairman.
We'll just play it.
Chairperson.
No, we'll just. One and done,
One and done.
until it needs to be changed again. All right, next on the agenda, we have Tina for the county engineer, discussion and/or decision to approve and authorize the chairperson to sign the final voucher for project STBG-SWAP-C078, paren 204, FG-78 with Western Engineering.
Yep, so
I'll
this
make
is-
that motion.
A second.
Tina, was there anything you wanted to
Nope,
say about
I was
it?
gonna say what project it was, but I believe you guys have the map and all of the details in there.
What was the total on that one?
It's down here in the,
Tina, do you remember the total?
Oh, yeah, it was, right around 6 million.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, 781.
This is on, what is it, L66?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
What do they have left? Just the retainage?
What was that?
Do they just have the retainage left?
Well, that project is complete.
Well, Tina, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Did
you.
we
I'll
vote?
just leave the.
Did we vote?
No, we haven't voted yet.
Oh. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried.
Okay, I'll give the final voucher to Jeanette for you to sign after.
Great.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Thanks, Tina.
Okay, now we move on to just regular year-end or New Year requirements. We need to adopt the Roberts Rules of Order. Would someone like to make a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Belt, second by Shea to approve Roberts Rules of Order. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried. All right, next we establish a policy on board sessions. Currently, we meet at 10 a.m. on Tuesday mornings of each week. I don't see a reason to change that. I haven't heard any requests to change. Would someone like to make a motion to leave our meetings at 10 a.m.?
I would make a motion to keep it where it's at, 10 a.m. Tuesday.
I'll second that.
Motion by Shea, second by Jorgensen to keep our meetings at 10 a.m. on Tuesday mornings. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion is
I really
carried.
think the eastern part of the county liked those 2 meetings we had out there too.
Yes, and when we have those in 2024, we will work around planting and harvest season. We'll try to anyway. All right, next on the agenda is C, resolution number 01-2024, payment of county bills.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Belt, second by Jorgensen to sign resolution number 01-2024 to the payment of county bills. Melvin, will you do a roll call, please?
Chairperson Miller,
Aye.
Supervisors Shea,
Aye.
Jorgensen,
Aye.
Wickman, and Belt. I think I started with Scotty last time.
It's okay, Melvin.
All right,
It's okay.
thanks for your support.
All right.
I just get a kick out of it.
Next up is discussion and or decision to approve and authorize board to sign resolution number 02-2024 entitled Resolution Authorizing the Auditor to Destroy County Vouchers on or before January 1st, 2014.
I'll move that.
Second.
Melvin, anything you want to add?
No, we just destroy them as we come. Actually, we're scanning everything every year. We do keep 2 years of paper for the state auditor. They're next to Thea, but then every year we're scanning and shredding. So actually, in a few years, there won't be anything destroyed unless we decide to delete them from the cloud somehow.
Well,
Everything is scanned from.
why would we keep them electronically if we don't need to?
Yeah, don't really have
It's
to.
probably a David
Yeah,
question, but I mean, we don't need to keep on.
I don't know, you just save some server space, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Did I get a second on that?
Yeah.
Shea and Belt.
All right, Melvin, would you call the roll, please?
Chairperson Miller,
Aye.
Supervisor Shea,
Aye.
Belt,
Aye.
Wickman, Jorgensen.
Aye.
All right, next on the agenda, we have resolution number 03-2024, approval of deputy appointments. For the attorney's office, we have John Jacob Meyer as chief deputy. The auditor is Linda Swoley as first deputy real estate. Recorder's Office, Lynn Harrington, First Deputy. The Sheriff is Jeff Thielen, Chief Deputy. And from the Treasurer's Office, Jamie Smothers, First Deputy, and Heather Osmore, First Deputy.
So moved.
I'll second.
Motion by Belt, second by Shea to approve and authorize the board to sign Resolution 03-2024. Is there additional discussion? Melvin, will you call the roll?
Chairperson Miller,
Aye.
Supervisors Shea,
Aye.
Wickman, Bell, Jorgensen.
Aye.
Next on the agenda, discussion and/or decision to approve and authorize board to sign resolution number 04-2024 entitled Resolution Pertaining to the Taxable Value of Lengths of Mileage of the several railroad, telegraph, telephone, and express companies in Potawatomi County. Now, what, is Becky in here? The resolution talks about railroads and pipelines, but it doesn't include the telegraph, telephone, and the express companies.
Well, probably because we don't have any telegraph. Telephone should be in there, I would think. And I don't know what an express company is. Probably something that we've had on the first of the year for 75 years. But these are the numbers that will come from the state on the miles of railroad and pipeline. Probably the resolution should be rewritten better to reflect what the state actually sends us as miles. So we'll make a note of that and see if we can.
Okay. Okay, that's a question. What about windmills? Should that be in this?
No,
Okay,
because there are no miles of the windmills.
okay,
They have a special assessment
all right.
separate from the other utilities.
So it's your recommendation we approve the resolution as written today,
it
and
is.
then we'll make
I think
revisions?
so. We can, we'll look at it in next year, maybe we can adjust that, but for what it's worth, it's good enough.
So move.
Second.
We have a motion by Shea, second by Jorgensen to approve resolution number 04-2024. Melvin, will you do a roll call, please?
Chairman Miller,
Aye.
Supervisor Shea,
Aye.
Bell, Wickman,
Aye.
and Jorgensen.
Aye.
Next on the agenda is discussion and/or decision to approve and authorize board to sign resolution number 05-2024 entitled Construction Evaluation Resolution relating to the construction of a confinement feeding operation.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Wickman, second by Belt. Any discussion? Melvin, please call the roll.
Chairperson Miller,
Aye.
Supervisor Shea,
Aye.
Bell,
Aye.
Wickman,
Aye.
Jorgensen.
Aye.
Thank you. All right, now we need to make an approval of the official newspapers for Potawatomi County for 2024. In our packets, we have letters from the Journal Herald, which is published in Avoca, and for the Herald, which is also published in Avoca, that serves the different communities. We do not have anything in our packet from the Nonpareil. I'm assuming we still need to publish there just to capture all the audience that we need. Those are the only newspapers I'm aware of in the county.
I think you're correct.
Right? Someone like to make a
I'll make
motion?
that motion.
I'll second it.
Motion by Belt, second by Shea to approve the newspapers for 2024.
They were working out whatever the cost or fees or whatever schedule.
Right, Jeanette's still working with the non-pareil about their,
It's not probably the only one that we have the issue with them.
yes.
When Becky was checking with the state or something.
Right.
The non-daily, non-pro.
All right, next is discussion and/or decision on legal holidays for
Did we do
2024.
a vote on that?
Yes, I think we did.
Did we?
Let me see if I can mark it down. I have
No.
a unanimous vote
We did,
on the newspapers.
No, we didn't.
we did.
We need
You
a
didn't?
vote.
Oh,
Belt and Shay, we didn't.
all right, go ahead. I was probably just assuming you had a unanimous vote. I checked that.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. Okay, discussion and a decision on legal holidays for 2024. These are the same that we observed last year. We're not adding any, we're not removing any.
Second.
Motion by Wickman, second by Belt to approve the holidays. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. Next is approval of federal standard mileage rate for 2024. The rate has increased by 1.5 cents to 67 cents per mile.
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion by Belt, second by Jorgensen to approve the new mileage of 67 cents. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion has carried. Thank you. All right. Next on the agenda is discussion and/or decision of appointment to Southwest Iowa Region Mental Health and Disability Services Board for 2024. Hi, Suzanne. Is there anything you'd like to say?
The only thing is we do need somebody from Potawatomi County. We have 6 representatives now for our 9 counties. And we've decided since Potawatomi is our fiscal agent, that we do need a representative from the board.
So you're
We
needing
meet
one of
6
us to
times a
volunteer?
year.
You're needing one of us to volunteer, is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, Tim is currently the person
Oh, okay.
representative.
Which it changes at the first of the year. So,
I currently serve. I'll be glad to represent the board if you want. Continue.
are you interested?
Well, you just need one, right?
Yes, we just need one.
Yeah, I'll check with Tim. That's fine.
Jeff was the alternate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we no longer have I don't believe we have it so that alternates can even vote now. So it's the person that is assigned.
Just the one vote.
I would like to make a statement. We desperately need more mental health facilities in Iowa. Can I be upfront with that? Do you have any input on that?
Oh yeah, we're constantly working on it, improving it, so.
All right.
The new hospital looks like it's going through, doesn't it? Until they're digging, you don't know. I'll make a motion to approve.
To approve who?
Wickman.
Okay.
Second.
All right. So we have a motion by Shay, second by Jorgensen to reappoint Tim as the Southwest Iowa Region Mental Health and Disability Services Board. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Thank you, Tim. Next is discussion and/or decision of appointment to the 4th Judicial District Department of Correctional Services Board of Directors for 2024.
We don't have that anymore. The state took that away.
There isn't a board for that anymore?
No.
Who goes to the meetings?
I was going, but the state took it away. We don't have-
So it's run out of Des Moines now?
We don't have any voting power.
Nothing?
Yeah.
There's when they reorganized DHS and public health and into the HHS, they gave more, this might be part of it, but they gave
It
more
is part of it.
responsibilities to the judicial
Do we
branch.
need somebody to go to their meetings?
We don't, We don't have a meeting maybe once a year if they want.
So we're just eliminating that? Oh, that,
We don't have a vote.
I think the board exists, they just
Yeah.
took away almost all your power.
Pardon?
Oh, thanks.
We
Sabrina.
we meet like once a year if we decide to meet.
They took away local control of corrections,
Right.
honestly, and just gave it all over to the State Department of Corrections. And so, in terms of financing and supervision and all of that, it's you don't have any authority over that. I'm not sure what the board does now, but I think it still exists.
I have a letter that was just presented to me that is
we-
dated December 6, 2023, from the 4th Judicial District Department of Correctional Services. Dear Chairperson, this is addressed to the county board.
December 6th?
Uh-huh. I wish to take this opportunity to remind you that pursuant to Chapter 905.3 of the Code of Iowa, you must appoint a member of your board to serve as a representative on the Iowa Department of Corrections 4th District's Advisory Board for 2024. The advisory board is a result of the enactment of Senate File 514, also known as the Governor's Realignment Bill that went into effect July 1st, 2023. Scott Belt was your representative this past year, and his service to this department has been greatly appreciated. The advisory board's organizational meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, February 14th, 2024 at noon at the department offices at 801 South 10th Street in Council Bluffs. The advisory board will meet at 12 p.m. on the second Wednesday of February, June, and November in 2024. And please notify our office of your appointment.
Scott, want to do that again, Scotty?
That's fine.
All right, I'll make a motion to appoint Scott.
I'll second that. Thank you, Scott.
I have a motion by Wickman and a second by Shea to appoint Scott Belt, or reappoint Scott Belt to the 4th Judicial District Department of Correctional Services. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion has carried. Thank you. All right. Catch up here.
You're fine, it's your meeting.
All right, next on the agenda is discussion and/or decision on appointment of representatives to the IGHCP Board for 2024. And here we're living in acronyms. Tell me what that one is.
That's the Iowa
Healthcare Plan.
Group Healthcare,
Scott, you serve on that currently, right?
yeah,
Doesn't Jana go with you on that?
Jana,
Do we need to name her as the second representative?
yeah.
All right, I'll make a motion to nominate Scott Belt and Jana Lemrick as our representatives to the IGHCP board. A second.
I have a motion by Wickman and a second by Jorgensen to appoint Scott Belt and Jana Limerick to the IGHCP Board for 2024. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Thank you. All right, next is discussion and/or decision of appointment of NAPA representative for 2024.
Scott, is that you?
Yeah.
And I've been
You know-
attending as well
Okay.
with the RPA, their policy committee meeting. So it's actually two different representatives,
Well, it's two different boards.
two different boards.
And I'm guessing RPA is down here in this bottom.
No,
It's not down there?
no. It's, I don't know how they formed that one. That's through John, that's what John in the roads.
Right. Yeah, he goes on the technical behalf and I'm on the policy behalf.
Do you want to stay?
But I don't know if there's an appointment by this board for that, to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, there hasn't been in the past.
I think I went to one or two meetings.
Well, the regular MAPPA board is, so.
Yeah.
And that's the one you currently serve on.
Right,
You want to continue serving on that, Scott?
I don't care, I mean, unless somebody else
I'll
wants
make a
to.
motion to nominate Scott and as a representative on the MAPPA board. And Susan, you want to be the alternate again?
Yes.
All right, and Miller is the alternate. I'll second.
we have a motion by Wickman, second by Jorgensen to reappoint Scott Belt as the primary for the MAPPA board and Susan as the secondary. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right, now it's going to take us a minute here to go through
Yep.
discussion and review of board members' assignments to the 2024 appointments. And we have a long spreadsheet here.
Does anybody want off of any of your commitments? Does anybody want to change any of their commitments?
Well, there's the one that we don't have anymore, I don't believe, is 712.
It's interesting,
How that's gonna end up shaking out.
right, the 712 has been merged into the CB Chamber of Commerce Board, but they've got, they've hired a consultant to come in and help through that merger process. It's going to take a little while to figure out what goes where. I've been attending the 712 meetings, and it's difficult for me to understand why the county is at the table. Originally, the 712 initiative used the Potawatomi County Development Corporation 501c3, and they claimed it as 712, but it's not doing anything for Potawatomi County other than a limited housing improvements in the city of Council Bluffs. So
Do we eliminate that?
and I think we need to keep it on here just for now, but I don't know where it's going or at what point we say, you know, we don't really need a seat at the table. It's a non-voting, it's basically just informative education.
On one, the Advance Southwest Iowa, I'd like to be primary if that's a possibility.
I'd like to stay there.
And I was hoping to get on there.
Do you have term limits on these appointments?
Pardon?
Do you have term limits on these
No, we
appointments?
don't have any term limits at this point, or haven't had. You only get,
Now's the time to
what do
speak
you guys,
up.
do we get just one vote there, right?
Yeah.
Can we switch the primary and the alternate for 2024 and keep you both on the board?
I'm not on it,
Or Wickman and Shea?
sure.
I've been alternate 3 years.
Is there a voting? Is that a voting position?
It is.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's just one voting position? So only
Correct.
one of you need to attend?
It doesn't matter. Susan, you want to be the alternate there?
If you want to stay on it, that's fine, as the alternate.
It's entirely up to you. You want to get on it, get on it.
I think I'll have plenty to do without it.
All right.
I remember years ago, when Scott Belt was chairman, he decided to appoint himself to the MAPPA board rather than me. So it's, technically, the chairman makes the appointments approved by the board.
Well,
Scott appointed himself.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, and I didn't really care, but
You're-
you were more suited to it than I was anyway. I just,
Your memory must be coming back after that game.
if it's longer than 3 years ago, I can remember it. If it happened within the last 3 years, I can't
Can't
remember.
remember.
And it's getting shorter and shorter.
Okay, are there any other changes or? When we get in, those are all the outside, the orange, well. And for clarification, it's the Iowa West Racing Association. not just Iowa West. There's two different boards, so we'll need to make sure
Well,
it's
it's-
Iowa West Racing
That's what-
Association.
Well, that's what that is, this one here. is
Right,
racing
I wanted to make sure it was
Yeah, yeah,
published in the
no.
paper correctly.
I understand.
Do you need to apply for that again, Scott?
No, I didn't apply for it.
Did you have to have a,
No,
oh,
it was me.
No, it's
3
ex
times a year.
officio.
I mean, if you wanna do it, you're more than welcome.
no, I'm thinking you're doing a great job on it.
They do, oh, not Teams, but Zoom, they do like Zoom and personal both at the same time. I mean, it's okay.
This is the Iowa West Racing Association?
It's just
Exactly
no.
what do they do these days?
No, he is,
It's,
he's not a voting member.
It's an ex
Officio.
officio position.
Okay, all right, I see.
it's, they go over what's going on at the properties and current legislation and what gambling's going on.
Because I don't know whether there's any racing going on anymore.
Well, there isn't.
They're the license
There's
holder
racing
for
going
the
on,
casinos.
but that's pari-mutuel betting, would be
Simulcast.
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 Oh, okay.
But it's a good way to keep our finger on the pulse as far as what the gaming industry is doing locally and how it's gonna impact our revenues going
Sure.
forward.
Sure. But it's, like they said, it's a non-voting. And the meeting's open to the public. Not the public shows up much, but it is open to the public.
For the Pot County quarterly department head meetings,
That would be you.
yes, I've been replacing Shay as the primary. And I'd also like to serve on the policy committee.
Is that in here somewhere?
It's in
That's
the
on our,
blue,
That's up
It's
there, it's
on
not
our
on the
blue
sheet.
sheets.
yeah.
It's not part of this.
Will you make those notations, Susan, because they're not all on here, and then we'll get them to Jeanette.
Okay,
Well, real quick, Scott, do you want to be involved with the airport authority anymore?
Thought you've been going, so
I have been going.
I'd go if you're not going.
Oh, okay, all right.
I'd be the alternate, I guess.
No problem.
I mean, if you seem to like to go.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's a very interesting meeting.
Is there a vote on there?
No. There's very few votes that we have in these.
I mean, it was through the airport authority that I heard about their issue with windmills in certain areas of Potawatomi County, with their training and everything that's going on out there, so. Yeah, it's a good group of
Yeah.
it's a good group.
Okay. Any other changes? What about the green? For
A
what should
clarifying
be,
question, can you clarify who's on the quarterly department head meeting?
that would be,
Miller and Whitman,
Susan and Wickman?
yes.
Okay, I just wanna make sure we have the meeting invites correct. And then policy committee, Susan, who are you replacing?
Brian,
Okay, so it's Susan and Wickman again. Miller and Wickman.
Belt,
Miller and Bell?
that's who we've got down currently.
It's fine. Well, I mean, we post those anyway, don't we?
They come to the board for approval.
No, but I mean, we post those meetings.
Oh, yes. No, I don't.
We don't?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
If multiple of you would like to attend, I certainly can work with Jeanette to post them.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
There you go.
Susan,
If we have more than that,
what should be committee?
Okay, thank you.
The What Should Be Committee, yes,
You want to be on that?
sure. How often does it meet? Monthly?
The what should be committee?
Uh-huh.
How often do they meet?
Oh, I mean, we're meeting this week.
Kind of quarterly.
Yeah, it's kind of quarterly.
Maybe every other month.
Okay, I'm gonna replace Brian on that as the primary.
And so can you remind me, it's Miller and who?
Whitman, Any other thoughts, requests?
I'm good.
All right,
We need to vote on that.
yes.
I'll make a motion to approve the changes,
A second.
appointments.
All right, we have a motion by Shay, a second by Jorgensen for the board assignments to the 2024 appointments. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. And I will get those all updated. Next, discussion and/or decision on monthly stipend amount for elected officials' mobile cellular usage for 2024. We currently allow $50 per month. Is there any discussion?
I make a motion, we keep it at the same rate.
Keep it at 50?
Yeah.
Second.
Motion by Jorgensen, second by Bill to keep it at $50 per month for elected officials. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. All right, Jana, your turn. Discussion and/or decision to approve appointment of Jana Limerick as Title VI Coordinator.
And this is an annual appointment. The Title VI was enacted as part of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Because we receive federal funding for programs and activities, we do have to have a Title VI coordinator. I work on the affirmative action plan / program, which will be coming to you in the next couple weeks. And then, there's other items such as if there would be any complaints, we need a better complaint process, because if you go to our website, there's nowhere to find it. But that will all be part of the affirmative action plan, which I will bring to the board for approval.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
We have a motion by Shay, second by Jorgensen to appoint Jana Limerick as Title VI Coordinator. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Jana, thank you. I know it's another responsibility on your big plate.
Happy to do it.
All right, next up, Melvin Hauser, Auditor, discussion and/or decision on precinct election official compensation.
Okay, this is pretty much what we've had for several years. The precinct chairperson gets $250 per election and $8 an hour for training sessions. All the other officials get $200 per elections and $8 for training.
Did we not just change this not too long ago?
Well, it's been more than 3 years ago because I can remember doing it.
Oh, wow.
What?
Don't go there.
Did we change?
You and I was on the board at the time, so it's been some time, I think.
I thought
since
we
did
did
some. We were paying them hourly.
Townships changed recently.
Townships?
Okay.
One township, and that was Lewis.
And
No,
that's-
this is for election
I know.
officials.
We were talking about what we changed.
Oh, recently was, and Dixie's will be in with that next.
Yeah.
So this is just what we allot for our precinct election officials.
Melvin, do you have trouble getting people?
No, Jody's got quite a list. In the last election, actually Susan's mother-in-law says, how come I wasn't asked? And so I asked Jody and she said, well, they were full up and.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
She's got plenty of help to draw from.
Okay, motion by Shay, second by Jorgensen to approve the precinct election official compensation. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next up is Dixie Wilson, Assistant Finance and Tax Officer. Discussion and/or decision to approve and authorize the board to sign resolution number 09-2024 entitled Township Trustee and Clerk Compensation.
This was a new resolution last year that I wanted to put on the agenda every year. They hadn't been making much. They were only making $20 a meeting, and that had been for several years, so we raised it to $40. But I wanted to keep it foremost in you guys' heads how much they're making. because we are running into, as some of these township clerks and trustees get older and are retiring, having issues finding replacements. So if we cannot find someone, the board would be responsible to either appoint someone or the board would be responsible for the duties themselves. So we want to make sure that we're, doing enough to keep these people so engaged, wanting to do this. They do a lot for us, a lot of work. Right now, they have 3 meetings a year. They get $40 for each meeting that they attend, and then the clerks get an additional $40 per month to do their paperwork, write out their checks to pay their bills, balance their bills, to keep everything in order for their annual financial reports, and then their budgets also.
How many people are we talking about?
We're talking about, there's 28 different townships. They all have at least one clerk, somebody who's doing their paperwork for them. And then normal is 3 people on the board to vote on things, make decisions. For some of the bigger ones, they might have up to 5 people on their boards.
So 28 times 4.
84
112.
times 4,
28 times 4?
didn't she? Oh, plus, okay.
Yeah, I mean, and it kind of varies for each township. I didn't bring the list with me of all of the different people. Now, we do have a few of them that just do it out of their civic duty and they don't ask for payment. But
God bless them.
there are, as we're moving into some of the older ones retiring that seen it as their civic duty, we're getting where people do want some kind of compensation we're doing.
So does this resolution take into effect the Lewis Township exception that we?
No, because he would have to come again and get we said that in January of each year, he would have to come and ask for his additional meetings for the additional compensation. So I was kind of surprised not to see Al on the agenda to get approval for those additional meetings they're wanting.
Did you reach out to him? This is something new that.
Right, and him and I had spoke, and I thought he was going to get on the agenda, maybe something come up, and he wasn't able to. So yeah, I'll reach out to him and find out, and remind him that to come in, because they're not gonna have, you know what I mean? If he does his 3 meetings, he wants to get in before probably the end of the month to get the rest of those approved.
Yeah, but shouldn't this resolution include his, or?
No, because when he came in and we first got the resolution approved, you guys said you wanted to approve it every year. You wanted to look at the number of meetings he was gonna have every year and approve them every year, not just grandfather him in.
Okay.
So, if I understand, just so similar to these drainage and levy districts, trustees, we don't have any trustees for any township, it defaults to the board.
Apparently, if that's what state code says,
That's
if the
what
trustees
code
don't do
says.
it, then.
And now this isn't about the drainage districts, it's only about
No,
the
I
township.
understand, I'm just
Okay.
trying
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
as-
state code says
as-
that if
as
there
time
is
comes
no one that
along,
runs,
people,
no one that will accept the position, the board is responsible.
we're responsible.
Whether you find someone to appoint or whether you take over the duties yourself.
So do they give you their, minutes and everything? Are you getting those?
We don't get
No,
the minutes.
We
we'll
don't
just
get the minutes, but they do have to, like it says in the resolution or here, that in order to get paid or when they have their meetings, there should be public meetings.
Right,
And we do post them out here.
but you don't have their minutes and their financials,
Their financials, yes. They
okay?
turn in the financials, they turn in their budgets, but the minutes the clerks keep themselves.
So would we have to, if that would happen, would we have to have 12 meetings a year, or could we?
No,
No, you would have your 3 meetings a year,
Okay,
But then somebody would have to be paying their bills and
Right.
that's what
that would be you guys.
Yeah, it's not the supervisors, it would end up in the auditor's
Well, that's
office.
what I thought, okay.
No, you probably have to contract with somebody to do the cemeteries and then, figure out what these allotments would be for fire and rescue.
Okay.
Dixie, do you know how many are 5
I
board
can see
members?
that happening.
I know Lewis is.
Probably not my
I think
lifetime, but-
Lewis might be the only one. I think everybody else is like 3 or 4, and Lewis is the biggest, and they do the 5.
If you just take the three trustees and the clerk, if you give them, you feel a $10 increase is warranted, that's about $1,100 in the budget. So,
Well, I'm gonna say that it's obviously gonna be harder to find replacements for these people, and so, compensation is gonna have to be revisited at some point, in my opinion.
This would be the spot.
Yeah.
You get into those rural areas and it's getting pretty sparse.
Yeah.
And not of young people moving in.
Now, it does not say that they do have to live in the rural if they wanted to run for it. We do have some people who live in the town that go for
Right.
election now. It is
Yeah.
only the township people that get a vote for that. But yeah, it's
Tim, did you make a motion on that?
sparse.
no, I did not. And that would be $1,100 per meeting. So grand total of 33 ballparking. One thing that I don't think we have time to do is run a township.
No.
And I don't really want,
I don't wanna get involved with that at all.
I don't think that hasn't changed for how long?
The $40, it was,
We just changed it last year,
Yeah.
but it was $20
it was
before
20,
that.
it was just recently went to 40, just
Yeah.
last year.
Yes.
Three meetings, 10 extra dollars. A car costs, you know what I mean, running back and forth to meetings and stuff.
Well,
Are you making the motion, Tim?
No, well, they get mileage too.
No, they do
They
not.
do not get mileage.
No.
They
The
just
only other
get, they just get
compensation-
paid for those 3 meetings. If
Right.
they're out, checking on the cemetery or, tombstones or something, they don't get paid for those. That's just their.
The only other
job.
payment they might get is if there's a fence dispute, then the people that they're solving the dispute for have to pay them whatever they have discussed with them for that payment.
Are there townships out there that you're aware of that don't meet 3 times a year?
No, they have to meet that minimum of 3 times a year, just between their 2 budget meetings and their financial report meeting. That's per state law. Code.
I would definitely be in favor of a $10 increase.
I would too.
I hear a motion.
I'll make that motion.
You want to make a motion to amend that resolution
I'll second it.
to $50 rather than 40?
Yes,
If we don't do it now, we're gonna have to do it at some point.
I agree.
Shay, second. That's the amendment to the resolution.
All right, so we have a motion by Jorgensen, a second by Shay to approve resolution number
No,
09.
approve the amendment.
Well,
If we're following Robert's Rules of Order, there's an amendment on the floor now. We have to approve the amendment, and then we'd have to approve the resolution after.
okay. So we have a motion on the floor to approve an amendment to the township trustees and clerks' compensation of $40, increasing it to $50 per meeting. there additional discussion? All those in favor?
Aye. Oh, do we do a roll call?
No,
This
not
is-
necessarily.
Okay. I'm in.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, that motion is carried. So now we can approve resolution number 09-2024
As amended.
as amended.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Jorgensen, second by Shea to approve resolution number 09-2024 as amended for the township trustee and clerk compensation. Roll call, please.
Chairperson Miller,
Aye.
Supervisors Shea,
Aye.
Bell,
Aye.
Wickman,
Aye.
and Jorgensen.
Aye.
Right.
Zero.
Thank you, Dixie.
I thank you guys very much, and I'm sure Natasha.
Thanks.
Yeah,
We don't want that in our lap.
I see a lot of other counties probably do pay more than we have been, so we're not out of line.
Yeah, but us having 27 townships
Yeah.
handed off to us,
Hmm.
probably gonna happen someday.
What's gonna happen?
Probably those townships
No.
be handed off to the board, which will be
Years
handed
ago,
off to the auditor.
the legislature was pushing to get rid of townships. Of course, the supervisors fought it. And it never happened.
I'm sure the auditors were fighting it too.
I'm guessing.
All right, next on the agenda, Debbie Redmond, Supervisor General Assistance. Discussion and/or decision to approve and authorize the chairperson to sign contract number 23-01 for Potawatomi County Housing Trust Fund Grant Amendment 1.
So moved.
It was just mainly a change from the number of households that would be served that were in the 0 to 30 federal poverty guidelines versus the 31 to 80 guidelines. Before, the allocation was 38% for the 0 to 30 and then 10 for the upper one, and they just changed it so 17 and 17. Reason why I did that, just because we were getting more households requests, approvals for folks that were above in the 31 range. And so just so it gives us more wiggle room to be able to provide assistance to households without being able to having to say, oh, you're over 31%, sorry. But they still meet the 31 to 80%.
Thanks, Debbie. So we have a motion
I
by
move.
Belt,
I made a motion.
I'll second.
second by Shea.
You have a copy of that in your file?
I have it, so I just gonna give it to Jana on the way out.
Does it have your name on it, Susan?
As far as who can sign it,
Yes.
yeah, it's got Brian's name on
Brian's
there.
name.
So we'll have to change that.
Right.
I had run, I just kind of wrote Susan on it, so I don't know. Because this was, I received this before, but.
We can have Jeanette fix it real quick.
Yeah, it's got an effective date as December 13th, 2023. Paragraph 3.
Well, we're approving it
Yeah, I guess
today.
it is. Yeah, she has one of the originals. Jana does.
Okay,
I think Jeanette.
Jeanette.
Yeah.
All right. We'll make it all match. If it was
Okay.
effective December 13th, well, it's approved today, so. If we vote on it,
I don't think we did.
all right.
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right.
It wasn't just me, was it?
No.
You got a lot going over there.
That has passed. All right. Committee appointments? Anything the board wants to add from the year in review or recent meetings attended?
I went to the bicycle trail, working on projects, and then the VA had a Christmas gathering. I went to that.
Nothing.
And they're making snow at the ski hill.
They're making snow.
How deep is it?
It's, we need a little colder weather. It's,
The sun's working on it.
I can't hear you.
The sun is working on it?
It's so warm,
Yeah.
And we're gonna get cold weather and it'll just make even better snow, so.
All right, our public comments. Do we have anybody signed up?
Sean? Really?
Well, I think,
Well, before, it's the next thing on our agenda is to adjourn.
yes.
All right, before we do, Jana, this is for you. When an employee payroll status change form is provided to the auditor's office,
When one is, yes.
when one is,
Mhm.
do we care if, they change roles from a deputy road to court security?
Yes.
Okay, so
Any
then
word
did we-
changes, yes.
Did we approve will we approve the change for Hyatt Richard or Richard Hyatt?
Did you or should you? So,
Will
I'm sorry. Will you? I think that's a good question for the sheriff because I don't know anything
Okay.
about his.
The only thing I'm saying is, I believe it's Richard Hyatt. On their payroll status change form, they have it Hyatt Richard.
Oh, okay.
So, they just need to resend that back in with the,
Okay.
in my opinion.
Okay. Just get rid
See
of
that?
coffee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it, thank you.
Jen, I do have a question here. These deputy appointments, has there ever been them actually coming in and introducing themselves so we can see who they are? Or?
Not since I've been here, but if you would like that, we can absolutely. The
Well,
board can ask them.
I wouldn't mind meeting with these people if there's a chance that they could just come in, introduce themselves.
You could go to the office and introduce yourself.
Well, yeah, I could. I'm just, consolidating time
Okay.
on everybody's parts. All right, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. If I can help facilitate any of that.
All right. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Shay,
You guys are
second
slow.
by Jorgensen to adjourn the meeting.
You're not gonna bang